reading all your guys' reviews on the video. That was really motivating for me, and I even tried to respond to a few of you guys that asked specific questions, because I don't mind answering questions for people that want to know. But every so often I would check the video and catch up on the new reviews, and that's really motivating for me to read that you guys are inspired by me. So very cool. Thank you. Since the gym is kind of crowded today, we'll stay over on the Smith machine because it's kind of this nice little safe place for a lot of girls to train. I could probably do like 10 or 15 different butt exercises on this one thing. A lot of people disregard it and say it's not the same as lifting real weights, which is true, but I think that there's a lot of useful exercises that can be done on the Smith machine, and it is one of my favorite things to do. You know, I do a good Smith machine workout maybe once every 2 weeks or so, something like that, to kind of change it up. So yeah, so this is good for some people that don't want to float around the gym and like go from one piece of equipment to the next piece of equipment to the squat rack, and you know, there's all this waiting for somebody to get off, or you don't know what to do next. But if you can grab a Smith machine and just kind of stay with your flow and just go through a bunch of different exercises, you'll get a really good workout. Okay, so this is one that I like to do. It's a squat, but we go down. I have decent flexibility, so the lower you can go, the better, and I like to go all the way down. So I go like this. So my feet are slightly in front of me, and then I keep my a little bit wider than shoulder. My back's super tight against the bar, and then we just go all the way down, and then squeeze all the way up with your glutes. And you really have to push from your heels, coming all the way back up. Like the Smith machine variation on an Anderson squat, and the Anderson squat is basically when you start at the bottom of the squat and then squat up. So every time, so you're coming from like a dead stop, it's also called a dead stop squat, starting from a dead stop at the bottom, and then you're accelerating all the way up to the top. So instead of coming down and getting that momentum and the bounce in the bottom, you're starting dead stop, come all the way up. So it's a different burn in your quads. It's a really good tool to kind of strengthen you coming from the bottom of the squat position. So if you're not a power lifter doing them with the free bar and you just kind of want that added little benefit of them, you can do them on the Smith machine, and you know, not as difficult, but still a lot of fun, and it's still a good exercise. Started doing those because I was talking to a guy, and he said one of his favorite butt exercises was doing the Smith machine lunges, and I said, oh, I don't usually do those, and I said, I bet I could do like 2 plates, you know? And he's like, no, I don't think you could, because I think he does like 1 plate, and he said it really burns his butt. So I decided to try it one day, and then I just loaded on my 2 45s on each side, did about 8 or 10 reps, shot the video, and he was like, wow, that's really impressive. You're really strong. And so before that, I didn't really realize that that was more weight than what most people do lunges on the Smith machine. But now it's one of my favorite butt exercises because it gives me a nice, like a different kind of pump, you know? And it's a different movement than what I was doing before. So I add that one into the mix every once in a while, and it's fun. different exercises, but playing around really and thinking about kind of hitting all the angles on your legs. I think that's really important instead of just focusing on the front and the sides. Well, a lot of, they focus on the front with lunges, in the back with your deadlifts and stuff, but they're really kind of neglecting the side shape. So anything that kind of hits that diagonal angle, like curtsy lunges, this would kind of like be like a side leg press on the Smith machine. I think those are really good for kind of developing the side shapeliness of your legs. So I'll do like sets of 10 or 15 on this, maybe like 4 sets of 10 or 15. Or sometimes I'll switch it up and do like the side leg press. So basically, the standard leg press machine, I'll just flip over on the side, the same thing, and I'll, do about 8 to 10 reps, 4 times on each side. So that's another favorite one that I like to do for the sides of my legs. Romanian deadlift on the Smith machine, and I like that one because it keeps your hamstrings and your glutes under constant tension. So you want to find a weight that you can have a good resistance, that you actually feel it working, but that you're able to do for maybe like 10 to 12 or 15 reps. I usually do like 4 sets of 10, 12, 15, something like that, depending on how the weight is. I don't do them super heavy. I try to focus on getting a really deep stretch going back, and then a really big squeeze and push your hips forward. When you come up through the top and I leave my feet kind of shoulder width apart, you'll feel it when you're doing them the right way. You should feel it all kind of in your glutes, squeezing it, and your hips. So we can put a little more weight on too. I like the Smith machine for certain exercises. I don't exclusively use the Smith machine. If you guys saw, I do a lot of exercise. I do a lot of the same exercises, but with heavier weight and the free bar. On the Smith machine, I like to drop the weight just a little bit from what I usually do, and I'd go for higher reps. Constant tension, those are basically the 2 things that I'm looking for. So I think as kind of like an added supplement to your free weight training, just like isolation machines are good once in a while, I think the Smith machine can be a valuable tool. I wouldn't only do exercises on the Smith machine because I think that you're missing out on a lot of stabilization from using the free bar. But I definitely think that it's a great tool to help get some added weight, to help get some added resistance, to kind of play around with your positions, and I like it. I think it's a lot of people kind of shun it, but I think that they haven't really spent enough time getting to know it and being creative and giving it time to see what it can really do for your body. So I would use it as an addition to your training program, not your sole training, just like I think bands are really good for certain things. I think free bar is really good, and I think dumbbells are really good for certain exercises. So I think having all those tools in your repertoire of gym training is just going to make you an all-around really strong person.